Okay, Stardew. Last time I stopped right here because I didn't want to go straight into the next season. At the end of that session, I wanted to wait for a brand new session to tackle the new stuff. We've got a shed being upgraded right here. That is going to be used for storage. You'll remember from last time, that will be our storage shed. This crystallarium shed will be moved at some point today. We will set up a nice farm layout that will suitably fit some Junimo huts around this area. And maybe we'll make a start on figuring out what to do with the animals. But for right now, I want to quickly go ahead and harvest this fiber. Damn, fiber seeds are so worth it. I've been sleeping on those. What a great way to get a bunch of fiber. I don't know about moss though. I feel like I'm always pretty low on moss. So yeah, Robin, I think, is in here right now. Doing her thing. Put away this other golden pumpkin. Whoopsie daisy. Reorganizing all of the fish is going to be very interesting. I don't know actually how I'm going to organize the fish. If we could also put some more work into cooking, that would be nice. Yeah, let's go check out the island farm real quick, shall we? I'm sure I have plenty of sap to collect. Ah, and the red cabbage is done. Save some for if if I ever need to make seeds. The rest, save for cooking. Right, I remember one of the foods I forgot to make last time. But let's just go through this again real quick. Actually, let's go through it here. This shows us every recipe I haven't yet cooked. And it will make it easier to see what ingredients I need. This I can craft now. We're waiting for some maple trees to grow to get that syrup. That I can make now. I can make that. I need kale. I need oil. Eels, rhubarb. What was that actually? Okay, so I can make a red plate. A poi. Coleslaw. Okay. Chowder. I really have 0 kale. Or rhubarb? Hmm. I guess kale is a thing I just don't have. Well, let's go get some. Let's see here. Was it radishes I needed? I don't remember. There it is, kale. Let me check the recipes again. Rhubarb I need. I'm just waiting for maple syrup. Maple syrup, kale, eel, and yeah, just rhubarb left. Do you have rhubarb? How do you get rhubarb? Oasis. So the desert? This guy's a trader though, isn't... It's not gonna be for money, right? Excuse me? Right, the Oasis. The actual building. I feel like I've been short on beets as well, so... I don't think I need beets anymore for any of these recipes, do I? No. All good there. So today we will wrap up having cooked every recipe. Crafting recipes are also a thing. Worth wrapping up. Okay. Kale is a 6-day. Beets are same amount of time. Rhubarb. It'll take a couple weeks. My bad. Whatever. Forage. Yeah. I guess I have nothing more to concern myself with this season. If I wanted to, I'm free to move on to winter right now. And I think I will, very soon. Yeah. Because the start of winter doesn't have the same early season scramble as all the others, where I'm trying to retill, rewater, refertilize my land, and get things planted. I'm gonna spend the day first going to Mr. Key, whatever. gonna... Fucking hell. I didn't want you guys coming out here. I meant to go inside. I hate that. They just came out, like, so immediately. Now I'm gonna have to wait until it's late and they go back inside before I close the thing. Anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna check out Mr. Keys tomorrow. Maybe spend some time clearing up this area. Getting rid of pathing and everything else. And start marking out where the forever farms are gonna go. Big month coming up. I wonder what kind of path I want to put going down here, though. What would look good as a 3 wide? Because I am thinking about doing a 3 wide. Unless that would look weird, because then I'd have to do a 3 wide everywhere else. Not sure yet. So I'll decide later. Okay, it's nighttime mode. Close that. And here we go, winter. Did I make any money that day? No. That's fine. I don't have to worry about anybody's birthday anymore. She just said something about quartz. Don't know what. Because to be frank, I wasn't reading. You know what? I'll take the speed boost. Infinite energy would have been nice, but... Alright, and this is the size we've got for this. Nice. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So... nice. That's gonna provide a lot of space for storage. In fact, what if we start... What if we start planning things out right now. So the idea is... Oops. The idea is to place these here. And they should be... Now that I think about it... Will they actually be visible? Behind big chests? Oh, yeah, for sure. Nice. And then... 1, 2... Doop. 1, 2... Doop. 1, 2... Okay. So I have enough space here to go a row of item frames, chest, a gap of 2, item frame, chest, gap of 1, 2, item frame, chest, gap of 1, 2. So absolutely everything in the game can be stored in there. To be honest, we could probably manage with just one row of chests altogether, but... I don't know, I think it'll be nice. Having stuff more organized. And I will get around to that this month. Right now, I'm gonna do this. Yep. Probably throw on more of these because I'll need a good amount of copper for all those chests. And I wanted to run up here. So Leo does come back to the island every now and again. I was wondering if that was a thing. Damn, I am zooming. These speed buffs are so good. I do not want to do the Quee Beans thing. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't. I'll accept this quest on the off chance I have some time at some point to get around to doing it. But I'm gonna be too busy this month. Spend time worrying about farming beans. And Quee fruit. Don't mind me, I'm just putting a lot of thought into how I want to organize everything. And I've got some ideas. I don't know about this. I think if I want to use this whole space, I can. But if I'm going to put anything towards the back, I think it should be stuff that I rarely ever get. More common and important stuff should be closer to the front, because then I spend less time. I burn less sunlight running all the way to the back. So, common resources, minerals. What do I want to do next? Animal products or artisan goods? Probably artisan goods. I'll use a white egg. Let's see what the other one looks like. I'll use a white egg for that. Alright. I don't know if I'm colorblind or what. That looks like this color to me. But I think I'll make resources gray. As I did out here. Without remembering. I also think I want to use hardwood instead as the icon. Much better. Resources. Right. More chests is what I need. Do I already have some large chests in here? Looks like no. I'll grab these ones at least and put them in here. So let's grab a few. I really don't want to screw this up, you know? Storage is such a big part of the game. Minerals, I think I'll stick with this same sort of deep purple. Artisan goods. That sort of color. Pink. For animal products. And then let's see here. Mineral. Artisan good. Animal products. Not including the dinosaur egg, because that's technically an artifact. Speaking of which, I am actually going to separate minerals and artifacts. Originally, this was just like a general things I was able to donate to the museum chest, but then I like packaged in stuff like the bone parts and geodes. So I'll have a little think about that. There's also cooking. I don't know if I want a chest for cooking. I'll probably just start keeping food at home. I only really need a small chest for animal loot. So to be honest, I think I will keep these chests. Did I say animal loot? I meant monster loot if I did. And I made that chest red like combat, but maybe dark looks better. Yes, I'll keep the purple slime eggs in there. Probably on this side I'll put the fishing stuff. Maybe. Maybe I'll put the farming stuff here, actually. And fishing will go a row up. I'll probably do a separate chest for fertilizer and one for seeds. Then I'll do... fruit, flowers, forage, vegetables. Same as usual. And I don't actually know if that gives me enough space to fit everything or not. Fertilizer, seeds, 4 types of crop. Like, yeah, I don't think one big chest gives me enough space for every quality of every type of fruit in the game. I think most fruits are here right now. I'm missing silver apples, silver cactus. Any other quality of mango or banana, if that's even a thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. But okay, let's decide what to use for each chest. So that'll show fertilizer. Acorn seems like a good one to show seeds. Apple is the fruit of fruits. Sunflower is the flower of flowers. Forage items can look like flowers. They can look like plenty of things. I think I'll go with red mushroom. Stands out the most. And I'd say carrots are the most vegetable. So... oh boy, it's dark in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to place some stuff to add lighting, but that's fine. Right, I need to come up here now. Fertilizer seed. I might reorganize these a little bit, actually. Start with flowers, then forage, then fruits, then vegetables. That might throw me off a little bit, but I mean, the item frames should make it easier to just glance and know what goes where. It's always been kind of random that outside it goes fruit, flower, forage, vegetable. That wasn't a conscious decision. It's just how it happens. I'll go light green for the seeds. Maybe, dark green for the fertilizer. Flowers are a bright pink, so I'll go that. Forage is dark green, so sure. Fruits are a type of pink as well. I'll go with maybe that. Actually, no, I'll go with that pink and then make this that kind of purple. And then light green for that. Seeds actually look more brown. So, go with that. Oh, and fertilizer actually does have its own color. I have to keep getting close to the screen to even kind of be able to tell what colors they look like, but that's fine. I'm also starting to think, what if I did 6 each side and then had walkways here and then or maybe even 7 on each side, just to fit in a walkway on the edge here, so if I needed to come here and then to a chest here, it wouldn't take forever. I'll consider it, because this is already 7 wide. Dude, this feels so weird that I'm finally... installing a sort of permanent storage solution. Or permanent solution to my storage problems. And then there's all these random items up here still that I haven't done anything with. Yeah, I'm not going to be making much money this month, I think I'm realizing. Well, if I ever want to move the chests that are already inside there, it's as easy as just smacking them a few times. So... real quick, how about we start moving things over? Once it's in the shed, it's in the shed, you know? Quartz and fire quartz are actually minerals. Everything else here... resources. Right, and I just remembered too... having machines in here is a desire of mine. I don't want to keep, like, the furnaces way out of the way of where my ores and coal is. So I think I will also be making space for machines inside. Don't really know what to pull dragon teeth in with. Maybe minerals? For now, everything I have an explicit place for I'll move. Minerals. Sap is technically forage. But I think I'd prefer it to be with resources. Fertilizers. Seeds. I should grab a coffee. This might take a while otherwise. I'll count grass starters as seeds and fairy dust as fertilizer. It's just machine fertilizer if you think about it. And while I'm in here... just that should be good for now. Everything here. Animal products. Artisan goods. Move those. Animal products. These. Right. These don't actually have fruit under them, which is interesting. I'll move everything that does for now. Mainly also because I'm gonna turn those into seeds. The sweet gem berries, that is. Flowers next. I wonder if blue jazz is a type of flower that Jas likes, because it kind of sounds like her name. That would be a neat little fun thing to have in this game. That's all of that taken care of. I can start on the forage. And indeed the vegetables. Yeah, forage. And that takes care of the last of the vegetables. I will say, sorting by season wouldn't be a bad way to go about sorting the fish. I still don't want to do it. Alright. I don't want to do it that way. Because I wouldn't be able to remember what goes where without looking it up. Everything in here is self-explanatory. If it's not a fish, but it's fish related, or it's just related to fishing, it goes in here. Shells, cockles, mussels, whatever. In here is everything that's explicitly a living fish. I know clams are living creatures, among other things, but everything in here has eyes and a mouth. But yeah, I don't know how I want to sort these in any proper way. So the idea is I just won't sort them yet. Next best thing to do would be artifacts. I'll run through and turn all of these into seeds real quick. Ancient seeds are any season. I'm going to plant them en masse. At the start of the next new year. Rare seeds. Maybe I will do 7 whites. If I did 7 whites, what would I put where? On this side, I'd probably add artifacts. Not sure what the other thing would be. On this side, this is already every type of crop, all the seeds and all the fertilizers. Maybe one thing for like farming related stuff like sprinklers and whatnot. One specific chest for sprinklers, scarecrows, everything explicitly farming related. Tappers. That could work. And then on the side that has the resources and artifacts and whatnot. Crystallariums, kilns. That kind of stuff. Yeah. And then, you know, bait makers and whatnot. So yeah. Have a bunch of machine chests. That relate to the different quote-unquote sectors that I mark out. I'll bring these inside. Because I'm going to want to place them here. Also move the torches in so they look neater. Changing all these signs is going to be a little annoying. Moving the chests at least isn't half bad, and in fact with the signs up there in the way, it makes it easier than ever. It's like a stone sliding puzzle from like a Zelda game. Now I just need to grab all of the same stuff. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Fruit, vegetable. Yeah, that looks fine. And then do that. And before the day is fully over, pop another one of these. Because now... Oh, I did have some spare big chests. Now I want to grab this. every machine related to farming. Bee house I'll put on the right side because it produces an artisan good, which I have on the right side. I actually also have tappers on the right side, but the seeds are on the left side. Yeah, what does it matter? There's actually a lot I could put to each side. These. Oops. Yeah. 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 That too. Dupe. 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 So the stuff that explicitly relates to farming, that scarecrows. You know, yeah, I'll do tappers. You know what? I might honestly just bite the bullet and make this the one and only machines chest. And then maybe the one that I put on the right can be the decoratives and whatnot. Everything that's still in here. Which actually means why not just take it all now? What would I use to represent these? A torch. And I'm obviously gonna want a big chest. I might actually put chests and like the mini shipping bin over with the rest of these because they aren't machines, but they are things you place down and are able to interact with for utility purposes. Same with like a garden pot. Let's see if I can get all the artifacts in before day ends. Geodes I will pack in with minerals. I don't know. I don't know yet. So I'll wait on that. I'll just move the stuff that says artifact on it is an artifact. And decide on the other stuff later. But alright, looking better. Now that I'm looking at this, yeah, looks like I only get, if I put machines in the middle here, looks like I only get one row more of chests up there. Because I would actually put these here and have another line of machines here. But it's not like I want every machine in here. Just the ones that I don't need to make exclusive sheds for, like, obviously these crystallariums. This shed does plenty for me on its own. But if I put them in here, then there's hardly any space to have any meaningful amount of crystallariums. You can't place pathing indoors, right? Holy crud, you can. It looks weird AF a little bit, but maybe I could use it to texture the floor a little bit. Who knows? Let's head to bed for now, though. Right, I guess I do have a lot of other stuff that I could be storing. Let's think here. I think I'm gonna take a quick be right back break. Grab a drink while my mind stews on what I want to do. And I'll be back momentarily. Made it back. So after dwelling a little bit, I think the 4 rows of chests should be perfectly fine. That is 4 rows total. 4 rows of 7. 2 rows of 14. Fishing sector can be up here. And then I'm sure I could find something else to store up here. Maybe miscellaneous items is a good direction to go in. Fish-wise, I do want the space to store more than just one chest of these things. Let's take a look at the fish tab and see. I could sort these based on season, based on location. Based on anything, really, but I don't know what would go where. Let me look up, like, Stardew fish. Let's see if there's just a big grid. Because there are some that are, like, caught in multiple locations. at the end of the day, I will probably just make 2 chests for just fish. And then I want to keep this chest concept. In the fishing area, I want to keep a trash chest. I also want to store baits and bobbers and tackles and whatever. So if I go baits and tackles, those 2 fish chests, trash, that's 4 out of my 7. I could go 5 if I do have 2 fishing chests. Yeah. I don't think I'll be short on space to store fishing related stuff. Though maybe I could split it up based on, like, sprite. Everything that looks like a uneventful, regular looking fish. And stuff like squids, octopus, pufferfish, sea cucumbers, eels, in a chest to the side. Anything fishing related that isn't just a regular fish. So that's 1, 2, 3. Might go 1 for roe. Try. Yeah. So then I'll go with a chest for roe, chest for trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 and 7. Is this in the order I want it to be? So far, I think so. Yeah. Row, trash, tackles, and finish on bait. So chest-wise, we'll definitely need big ones for these. Trash will only need a little one. Bait for now, I think, can be a little one. Same for this and this. The game makes it easy for you to swap out little chests for big chests anyway, so I'm not concerned about that right now. I just want to get the items actually moved through. So like I say, I'm going based on sprite here. So if I go for a light blue here, this is everything that just looks like a regular fish. And then this one is special types of fish. This I'll give this kind of color too. Row. Trash. Bait definitely gets pink. I'm unsure about these other colors. Maybe dark purple for that. And that color for that. And again, I'm sorting them like this for the sole purpose of, like, if I go on a big fishing venture and come back, I'll know where to sort what at a glance. Because I'll be able to just look at what I have and be like, I know where I would place each of these items without thinking. Then let's see, where are we looking? The row, rest of the urchins. Trash. All the row in here. Rest of the urchins in here. Trash. Next I'm moving tackles and bait. Well, in the inventory, bait is more of a red, and you know, I haven't got any red chests, so why not? So bait, yeah, I guess I'll include that. The magnets, even though they look more like they should be a tackle. And then we've got a section here for miscellaneous. Like, I could include tools, bombs, books. Who knows? I really am leaving myself no space for food in here. I guess I could tack on like a food chest somewhere, but mostly I think just keeping it in the kitchen makes the most sense. I didn't realize how much space upgraded sheds have, to be honest. And now I feel more confident that sheds are the way to go for placing kegs and whatnot. I might get a keg shed. At the very least, start upgrading the crystallarium shed, which I might swap out and turn into a keg shed until I have the time and funds to do more. To build more sheds, that is. Forgot to bring resources with me. Hope I have time to make it back. I need wood and stone. I think that was everything. Farm buildings. Indeed. Bam. And when she's done, we'll see what that does to my existing interior. I might just not move it at all. Isn't that the best case scenario? Honestly, I think I will package geodes and indeed golden coconuts, mystery boxes, and artifact troves in with, well, these in with minerals. And the artifact trove I'll actually put in with artifacts. And that leaves just a few chests of things to figure out where I want to put them. Alright, and I've still got plenty of time to work on these other things. I think I will just move these items inside, at the very least. To figure out later what I want to do with them. Because the point right now is just to get them out of the way, so I can move stuff around outside. And yeah, this is my first playthrough. Okay, plenty of room for more torches. I can't actually place any in the back here. Ooh, windows. I wonder if windows work in sheds. I'll try it at some point. The burglar ring. I think I have that somewhere. Right now I'm just using these. I don't remember what the rings are called, but I get energy and health for killing monsters. Slimes don't damage me, and I think the Iridium Band is one of these, is the thing on the top. I have another set of rings that's the Iridium Band and the prevents damage from slimes. But both of these are combined also with luck rings. So just Iridium Band, no damage from slimes, and 2 luck buffs. Which I pretty much just pull out whenever I want to get treasure rooms in the Skull Cavern. Okay. I think I can comfortably retire these crystallariums. I'll just let Robin finish up upgrading this shed and save it for when I want to place a lot of kegs. Or something similar. Robin is too busy working, so I'm gonna go to the wizard's place at some point, not right now, to move this out of the way. Yeah, Robin might even be done upgrading it by the time I move it out of the way. But pretty much right now I just need to clear out all of these paths, all of the sprinklers, everything out here pretty much. Looking to make way for a new farm layout. Exciting stuff. Yesterday would have been a good day to do this. When I got the infinite energy blessing. I might need to grab something to eat doing this. But that's fine. Oh man, this feels weird. It has not been this empty outside since the early days. But this is necessary. This has to happen. Oh right, I wasn't supposed to get rid of that path I just got rid of, but it's gone now. I was probably gonna replace it with a different material anyway, so gonna try some other path types out. I'll leave the lightning rods down there for now. They're already, like, out of the way. Unobtrusive. I'll move them only when I need to. Ooh, that's a nice backlog of row to get put away. For some of these. Put that away. There. Watermelon seeds. I apparently didn't have any of. And a little bit of row. Okay, so what is it I'm looking for? Plenty of people have their own takes on what they think the best layout for Junimo huts is. Some focus on optimization, some on looks. I'm going to go for looks, personally. And there's an image I'm looking at now that's making me kind of worried that I misjudged the size of stuff out here. I was thinking I could go... I know I can at least fit a couple of those in. I'll have to grab some pathing and measure that way. So I'm gonna have a path here at some point. Still trying to decide whether or not I want to go with a 3 wide or just a 1 wide. Probably just a 1 wide. And then right here is where the farmland, the crops will begin. So sprinkler here. Here. And here. Gets a Junimo hut in the center here. And if the last sprinkler is here, you can see how that barely, like, it grazes against this. Which means I have the space for the land. Just I'd have to skip out on having a path outline that specific section, but I might just have to be okay with that. Let's double check the calendar, make sure I'm not gonna miss out on anything. Festival of Ice is coming up. That's fine. Infinite energy is a blessing today. When do we get our Feast of the Winter Star letter? Not any time soon, it seems. Let me look at the Junimo hut thing again. So, I was already gonna place the crops with a layout like that. It seems if I wanted to, I could do something different. Damn, the forest farm has like no space for crops. Let me try looking at this one close up. This is impossible. So there's no way this is real. Are they actually fitting in that many huts? Oh, let me see if this links to a website where this image is more viewable. No higher resolution? Okay. Allegedly... there's enough space between there and there. Yeah, I can see that. It means this. Brushing up against that. It looks like they come out a couple tiles, actually. Let's say we switch scenes a little bit. To a Stardew planner window. I don't usually like doing this because I'm worried something cringe might happen, but I hid my bookmarks don't have like my personal email or anything open, so we're good. I pretty much just want to use this right now for measuring anyway. So, Junimo huts. I'll just make sure I properly paused Stardew. Also try cropping the scene a little bit so I can size it up on the stream. So let's take a little look-see here. So there is the space to fit 2 Junimo huts vertically here, 3 here. And the image I learnt this from also had one here, but I could use this lower left area for animals, which I think I intend to do. And then this top left area, perfect for storage, I'd say. I can keep my main storage shed down here, but like sheds for like machines and stuff up here, perfect. So if I placed them here, then you see that gives a 3-tile gap right here. And if it was up here, a 3-tile gap right here. Basically a 3-tile gap either side of these things. But 3-tile gap and then a thing here. You can see how that makes it so if I have my path down here, that makes things a little tighter for the shed. I could move it over a tile. Here, let's actually you can't see because I didn't remove the thing. Right now my big shed is here. I think here exactly. Am I able to zoom in on this? Not without zooming in on the whole window. This is where my shed is right now. And there is a gap of 3 tiles, yep. Stop tabbing into Steam. Is pathing in here? No. Craftables, right. Path. No. Misc. Path. I'll just use Crystal Path to show this. How about that? So we've got a path here, and then there's a 3-tile gap, and then this line right here aligns with the front door to my house. That looks very nice, but that now gets in the way of this. So if I want to instead have the path be here, that means moving my house over 1, 2, 3 tiles, it seems, which I'm pretty sure the game will not physically let me do. Let's just see, shall we? Oops. Select. Yep, you see that? Can't place it there. So that would be misaligned. This would have to be moved over like that, which, to be fair, that looks fine. I had a feeling that would look fine. The house wouldn't be aligned with any path that goes in there. Let me grab, what is it called? Stone walkway. This is the walkway that I have. It's 4 blocks tall. Say blocks when I mean tiles. And let me find another walkway. Wooden plank floor. Let's use this wooden floor just to outline things. If I put my pathing here, how do we fit these into that? I could put one here, or even a tile lower, so I can have wood outline the top of it. Let's try here for now. And then we see this line here. Right. So that's where we place that. And if I grab another one of these, can I... I was trying to see if I could clone it, but no. This is both a very useful tool, but also a very rough tool to have to use. And yeah, we see if I place another one here. I think for my sanity, I would move it down one, so that I could outline this properly like that. And have it look like that. There we go. And then it should go without saying, we get another Junimo hut in here. And then another one. It would be here. Misc. Again, wood. Now again, with this layout, we get room for another one down here. But again, I want to use this space likely for animals. And now that I look at it, there's even the room down here instead for sheds if I want sheds. Any corners like this that like would otherwise be empty, I could probably just like path or fence those off and throw some grass down for looks. There we go, so it would be like that. And then if I leave some room, I can actually include this space above the pond as well. And probably just build out like a whole sanctuary for the animals down here. We'll have to see about that. Then up top is plenty of space. Hello, why can't I? I can't select anything. Whatever. But this at least this at least gives us the idea. This house should also be up one. I'll save this. I don't know if that's working. It says loading data. Oh, you can also upload a save game to this. So if I opened another tab of this and upload... Don't scare me like that. I thought my file explorer was showing. Nothing bad, but... You know, I don't want that happening still. I think that's fair. Alright, let's just go based on this for now. We at least now know building locations, pathing layouts. We can make this. We can make this happen. Down in this bottom right area, we can keep our fishing ponds here. I think there's the space for that. How many tiles wide are they? 5, actually, not 4. So maybe not, but we can definitely put more sheds over here. I just realized... Oh no, my mouse is showing. I thought it wasn't. So yeah, we can put machine sheds down here, and then they're nice and close to the storage shed as well. I can put grass around these for decoration will look quite nice. Alright. What say we remember to turn this off? In fact, I'll just delete that capture, just in case. And it's actually starting to get quite late in the night. I should be thinking about getting something to eat soon. I'm gonna take a quick break to run to the bathroom. When I come back, we'll set up the paths, move buildings first, then set up the paths. Maybe just go ahead and buy the Junimo huts now? We'll see. And then, yeah. Then I'll probably wrap the stream up after that. We'll see. We'll see. It's always we'll see with me. Because I never know. But, yeah, I'll be right back. Me again. Oh, that's cool. In the very short moment it took me to go to the bathroom and come back. Two AI viewer messages. That's it's gotta be some kind of record. Or at least a personal record. Alright, honestly, I'm probably gonna get these demolished. So let's empty the ponds now. I don't know if buildings can be demolished at the wizard's place. Or if I need to wait for Robin to be done on my shed to get her to do it. I don't know. But what I do know is I still need to go down there anyway to move some buildings out of the way. And also, while I'm at it, double check the price. The cost of Junimo huts. Demolish buildings, yeah. Let's say we take care of that now. Looks like Robin is already done, by the way. I was wondering if she was. Because I forgot to check. We can see that here, which is nice. This'll take a while. I don't even want to find out if it would let me destroy this with all my stuff inside. But I was slightly morbidly curious. And move this up here so it's out of the way. In fact, I'll move each of these up and right one like that. Just in case I ever want to empty them before I demolish or move or do whatever to them. That way, the legends inside of them can't flop out of bounds. There's a little bit of debris down there. And yeah, it's 100 fiber, 200 stone, 20k each, so that's 80k total will be spent. It's an 8 with 4 zeros. So yeah, that's gonna use up a good amount of money. But I think it'll be worth it in the end. Whenever grape season comes around, I can plant a bunch of grapes and have them harvest them for me. Because they apparently work harder if you give them raisins, which come from grapes. Also, almost forgot to move this. I can actually move this straight down here with no issue. Oh, right. Speaking of that, this is getting moved one tile over. Apparently it's not. Why? That can be moved there. It's not because there's a torch there blocking the entry, is it? Maybe it is, because these block the entry. But torches you can walk over. Game might just be confused. I'll go get rid of that torch, and then we'll see what's up. Yeah, I know I'm able to put a shed there because the planner lets you put it there. If the planner lets you put it there, then the game should let you as well. Okay, now that there's no longer a torch there, I gave a somewhat disapproving shake of the head when that happened just now, by the way. Just to paint you a picture. Having to run up to remove one little torch. This process must be so nice in, like, multiplayer, for example. Imagine being like, hey, I can't place this there, there's a rock in the way. And you just have a friend that can run over and get rid of the rock. Nice and easy. I'm looking forward to trying this game, multiplayer, but I don't know when my friends are gonna be ready to... The only stipulation was... Or the only requirement, I guess, was that me and my friend, whom I call Yandere, we finish our Terraria playthrough that we were doing. But now that's over, and he's playing 100 hours of City Skylines so that he can turn in those hours of playtime for watch time of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic from our friend Jacob. He's playing City Skylines so that we can watch My Little Pony with Jacob. We've already seen it and he hasn't. So a deal was made to convince him. So now whenever we have free time, it seems it's spent either watching My Little Pony or having him play City Skylines. I guess we do occasionally do other things. But if we start playing Stardew, that time we would otherwise spend doing other things will be spent playing Stardew instead. Really, I just need to ask them. Be like, hey, guys, when are we playing? Because I want to play with you guys. But I guess a part of me is afraid to ask, because a part of me is afraid of hearing, there's just not the time right now, bro. Which is fair, but I want there to be the time right now. Yandere especially is he's a busy guy. Jacob and I, we have plenty of free time otherwise, but you're only as available as your busiest link. That's what they say. That's how that saying goes. But also, just to quickly actually narrate the game I'm playing, instead of rambling. I realized I'm kind of low on wood right now. Back at home. So I came to the island farm real quick, so I can plant some trees. Probably not gonna do it today, but maybe next time I play. I could also spend some time going through the forest in the valley, breaking down those trees again, so I'm sure they've regrown. But until then, or well, before that, and until these trees grow, those are the best I got. Also, these maple trees need to be tapped, is why I brought these tappers. Right, and I just remembered, we were hoping to get every recipe made done in today's stream, but I've gotta prioritize my real life self, sadly. I wish I didn't need to. I mean, don't we all? If we could just neglect ourselves and, like, our bodies would still be fine, I think we all would. But, yeah. I'm gonna have to probably peace out and, like, go eat. Nothing is honestly stopping me from going live once I'm done eating, or maybe a little later, doing a late night stream. But we will just have to see. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking into food. I think I'll do one more in-game day before I end stream. We do have kale and beetroot now, and another harvest of tomatoes. But it's these radishes? I don't remember. Rhubarbs. They are what we really need for a lot of the recipes. Nonetheless, vegetables. And let's see, what does that unlock for us? Salmon dinner? We need to go fishing for some eels at some point. Must not let myself forget about that. Stir fry. Maple bar. Is that just 3 more recipes left then? Oh no, 4 more. I need maple syrup, rhubarb, and eel. That is exciting, is it not? We're almost there. I mean, I have a couple maple bars. That actually makes me wonder. I have a couple maple bars. This doesn't appear to be a thing. Can you imagine? What a fun way of getting maple syrup that would have been. But I have no problem waiting for the trees. Just give me 2 seconds here. Okay. 60. Let's go. That. And that. Let me think. Yeah, fine. Because that, and then it's all good. Okay. Sorry for all the neglect this stream. I feel like I've been tabbed out a lot more this stream than I have other Stardew streams. For that I am sorry. Mostly to myself, though. Ralsei gave birth? Dude, it was in like the last few streams that Ralsei was even born. Do I already have an Asgore? Yeah, I don't. That's a little awkward though. I started with Asriel and Toriel. And together they gave birth to Ralsei. I mean, presumably together, because they were the only two goats. And now Ralsei just gave birth to his own spiritual father. If I get another goat, I don't know what I'm calling it. Because I don't know any other goat characters. From, like, any media. Also, our kid is walking around on its own, or crawling. And here's today's plan. These are in the way, but that's fine right now. Today's plan is craft a bunch of... Yes, I think I will go with wood floor. Let's spare no expense here, let's just craft a crap ton to begin. Keep some wood on me for when I inevitably need more. And we can actually take the sprinklers and just start marking out the actual farmland areas. Let me just come back to Google one more time here and look up Junimo hut layouts. So am I gonna place them like that? I counted 7 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives me space to put that there. A gap between each one. Or eventually move those in. And then nozzle them out. Question mark? Bring that in one, nozzle it out. Either way, the point is... Oh no, those aren't in the way. Weren't we doing a... I'm gonna need to pull up the Stardew planner again. Just to see. All I need to check is the Junimo hut. Again. So it's a gap of 3 between the ponds and the edge of the Junimo hut's range. But it is a gap of 2 before the path. So indeed, the path goes here and these actually aren't in the way. But now I need to count everything out perfectly. We have space for a 5x5 here. Then some pathing. 5x5 here. And a path. 5x5 here. And would you believe it, a path. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Meow. Loud ass cat. Meow. Dude, there's this incredibly depressing... At least that's how I view it. I view it as an incredibly depressing video. It is interesting from like a human looking in on like the lives of the animal kingdom and whatnot. But it is also kind of a difficult watch. Let me just check something. That goes... It is a 17 by 17 range, the Junimo huts. So it goes in the middle here, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So yeah. For a second I was worried this wasn't feeling right, but no, I think it's right. So it's a video that a friend of mine found on like YouTube a long time ago, and we watched it. And it's a video of a guy recording some street cats, and then there's this one like female cat and like a whole gang straight up of male cats. And the male cats, they gang up on this female cat. And I'm trying to modulate my use of the R word because it's a loaded word to use in such casual conversation. Five, 6. And yeah, I'm trying to, that's one of my things I'm trying to be better at, is my use of provocative language. But they basically try forcefully breeding with this female cat, and the guy recording is doing nothing about it. Well, actually, I don't think he does nothing. I think what he was doing nothing, but he was doing something. If that makes sense. He was trying to stop the cats, but nothing he was doing was like a means to an end. If it were me, I would have just picked up that female cat and just like started walking away. To protect it. There's this other depressing cat video. Oh, it's more like frustrating than anything. And I hate seeing it. It comes up in my recommended a lot. Or at least it used to. I haven't seen it in a while. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm gonna like see it later, I feel like. It's this cat that wants the fish that's under the ice in the frozen lake. And this guy tries to break the ice and fish it out for the cat. but he fucks it up, and he ends up accidentally pushing the frozen fish deeper under the ice, like away from where he was carving a crack in the ice. And the cat is standing there looking at the fish and looking at him and meowing. It wants the fish so bad. And it doesn't understand that this guy just fucked up. So it's still begging for this fish. It wants this fish so bad. But it's gone. He can't get to it. Every time that video popped up in my recommended, it was like a, ugh. Like that kind of reaction. Like, here we go again. Because I can't not watch it. Even though it upsets and angers me to view that video. I can't skip watching it if it shows up. I'm just saying, if it was me, I would have stopped at nothing to get this fish for that cat. And if I really did mess up irreparably, I'd go and buy 2 fish for the cat to make up for it. Also, this is looking insane, by the way. This new farm layout is going to bring in a lot of crop when we eventually start planting some. So yeah, that's all of those needed. All the sprinklers are placed in the right places. Just need to place a path there when those are done. Put away everything extra I have. Those. These boys. Right. I'm gonna quickly run through and put torches on all of these, because why the hell not? Hey kitty, thanks for the shrimp. Dude, I haven't eaten shrimp in a long time. I kinda love shrimp. I need to have shrimp again. Alright. I think I can afford to put in one more day. Without issue. There goes there goes like an ambulance or something driving by. Our old crystallarium shed, I think, is upgraded by now. Tomorrow is the Festival of Ice. Oh, and these are done, I just realized. Yep, she has gotten done with upgrading the other shed. Grab one of these to wrap this up. Yeah, nice and big. Will be perfect for kegs and shit. Let's drink some coffee so I'm not so slow. And before I was gonna go get those things built. Before I actually do that, I should put pathing floors, whatever, down in these middle sections first. I like the way the rustic planks look. And I already have so many of them, so I may as well use them. There we go. I like the way they look. Not in love with how they look next to these other floors. That might be why I see people use... At least I think it's what they use. The floor in here that looks like this, I think is what they use. Because it's fully square. So it fits snugly in like that. I don't like that this bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, is doing what it's doing. Or it's not perfectly snug like the others. Maybe in that case I want to use a stone floor. Something more perfectly tiled. Let's go grab some stone. And try it out. Oh, this stuff connects to itself as well. That's fine, and honestly that does look kind of nice. So I need another 75 of this stuff. For all these sectors. And yeah, again, after this, we will rock you. And we will rock you. That way it's ready for us to plant whatever we want next season. Kinda wanna throw some of this stuff in those things. Just had that urge. I need star fruits, stone, and fiber. And a lot of money. Hey, Jazz. Don't mind me. How exciting. Isn't this exciting? Build. And I believe... Do we want to put them on the bottom or top tile? I say bottom or top. I mean higher or lower. And I think... higher? It covers 5 tiles above the topmost tile of the roof. So yeah. And it covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles below this tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. So now we just build 3 more of these. And they won't fully be in use for a while yet. Again, I think I'm just waiting until the next season. But we can at least get all the amenities set up. What do I mean by that? Well, a Junimo chest at every one of them, I think we'll see them putting their items into those chests, and then I can access them all from one point. I think if you put chests outside of these, that's where they put their items. And if that chest is a Junimo chest, then I can just walk up to one chest to harvest everything. Or collect everything. They do all the harvesting. And 1 deluxe scarecrow. What was it? Fiber as well? Yeah. Do I already have 4? Okay. 1 deluxe scarecrow per thing should work. It looks like my food is going to be on the way very soon. Estimated arrival just went from 5 minutes to 1 minute. I don't want to cut the day short just to grab my food, so if it comes during this stream, that's fine. I'm still going to finish up this day. So for now, yeah, I'm just gonna buy 2 more. I thought about buying 3 more and placing one somewhere where I would walk up to that one to collect stuff, but it's fine. I can just walk up to one of the Junimo huts. I'll still at least be harvesting 4 areas worth of things from one point. And yeah, I think this sets us up to get a lot of good harvest. Fill one of these areas with, well, one or more of these areas with ancient seeds. With, like, hyper speed grow, hyper deluxe, big booty speed grow. And we'll be in for a lot of good harvest. I mean, it's more than anything, it's just gonna be convenient, you know? I will no longer need to run around and harvest everything myself. So when I have stuff that continues to produce throughout the whole year, the Junimos will take care of it for me. Word and I already don't remember what the other ingredient was. Stone and coal. Yeah, each day I get dangerously lower and lower on wood. That's something to fix next time. Honestly, that's probably way more preserve jars than I actually need. Let's take a couple away from each side. As long as I have enough to, like, ensure I always have some free jars when I need them, then that's fine. Because I like having these here for added income. Okay. So my food has not actually started being delivered yet, but it will soon, so I'm gonna call it for the end of this stream. This has been a very exciting stream, and I'm super excited for next time when we get to do more work on this, and I'm super excited for the next season, you know, the next spring to roll around, when I'll actually be able to make use of these Junimo huts. Looks like my stream died and reset 17 minutes ago. No worries, that's why I record and not just stream. But yeah, that's me done today. Peace out.